Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Peavy, Deputy Commander for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Kansas City District. On behalf of Brigadier General Peter Helmlinger, the Commander of the Northwestern Division, it is my pleasure to welcome you to today's change of command ceremony. Please remain seated until I ask you to rise, if you're able to do so. Today we bid farewell to Colonel William Hannan, Jr., and welcome Colonel Travis Rayfield as the Commander and District Engineer for the Kansas City District. Today's ceremony represents a transfer of leadership and celebrates the Kansas City District's many years of service to the Army, the nation, and the Heartland region. We welcome Colonel Hannan's family, Hannan's wife, Sally, daughters Caroline and Elliot Rose, and son Billy, and online today, Colonel Hannan's father, William Hannan Sr., and his brother Dan and wife, Secura, and sister Carrie Cass and her husband David. We also welcome Colonel Rayfield's wife Betsy, and online today with us is their daughter Eliza and son Alden. From the Senior Executive Service, we welcome Mr. Frank Cooper, N2W Deputy Program Director, National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. We also welcome former Kansas City District Commanders, Colonel Retired Donald Curtis, Andrew Sexton, and Douglas Contormson. We also have representatives from our congressional delegation. Representing Josh Hawley, U.S. Senator for Missouri, we have Elizabeth Johnson. Federal, state, and local agency partners, as well as stakeholders and representatives from levee boards and sponsors and other distinguished guests. Thank you all for attending today's ceremony. We now invite our partners from the Unified Government of Wyandotte County in Kansas City, Kansas, to the podium for welcome remarks. Commissioner Angela Markley represents Unified Government District 6, and Melissa Sieben is the Assistant County Administrator and Vice President of the Missouri and Associated Rivers Coalition.
I'm a lot shorter. Good morning. I am Commissioner Angela Markley, and on behalf of Mayor David Alvey and all of the Unified Government Commissioners, we are honored to host this ceremony here in Kansas City, Kansas, in the beautiful Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall, a tribute to veterans and their lives of service. Certainly, the Corps of Engineers offers a tremendous service to the residents of Kansas City, Kansas, in the form of a levee system that has prevented countless tragedies and losses in our residential and commercial corridors. That levee system is currently undergoing significant renovation as part of the Kansas City Levees project. Our community is deeply grateful for the service, for this partnership, and for that investment. Assistant County Administrator Melissa Sieben has had the opportunity to work very closely with the Corps throughout this project, and she would like to offer additional words of warm welcome to Wyandotte County.
Thank you, Commissioner Markley, and welcome everyone. I want to say a big, warm thank you to everyone in the crowd who I have been able to work with and will continue to work with on the Kansas City Levees project. It has been an amazing opportunity to meet with commensurate professionals across this region, and also to get to know our command staff here in the region. I want to thank outgoing Colonel Hannan for his support and assistance throughout his tenure here, and I also want to give a warm Kansas City, Kansas welcome to our incoming Colonel Rayfield. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ladies. Armies throughout the world have conducted ceremonies to mark victory over an enemy, to honor their heroes, to celebrate special occasions, or to pay homage to their fallen comrades. These ceremonies add color and pageantry to military life. In the United States, the foundation of our present ceremonies was laid by the Continental Army. Today's ceremony is a reflection of procedures practiced since the dawn of our nation and is derived from our Army's first manual of ceremonies, the Blue Book, written by General von Steuben. The ceremony includes arrival of the official party, honors to the nation, change of command, remarks, retirement, and the conclusion. We hope you enjoy this historic event. The Kansas City District is a multidiscipline district whose area of responsibility includes portions of 5 states to include Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, and Colorado. Nearly 1,000 employees continue the district's rich history of serving the Army and the nation with technical excellence, professionalism, and integrity. The Kansas City District team supports the military by engineering and constructing facilities around the globe in support of national defense, cleanup environmental damage sites across the nation, and manage water resources across the region. Throughout the Missouri River Basin, the district helps maintain navigation channels, manage flood risks, restore ecosystems, provide recreation opportunities, produce hydropower, and maintains and supplies quality water for irrigation and municipal use. The men and women of the Kansas City District respond in times of disaster and volunteer to serve in times of war and peace, ensuring essential infrastructure is available. They ensure all of these programs are delivered for the region and the nation. The people of the Kansas City District have served the nation diligently for more than 114 years. We are proud to host today's event. The official party for today's change of command ceremony includes the reviewing officer, Brigadier General Peter Helmlinger, who is the Northwestern Division commander. The division headquarters is located in Portland, Oregon, and has a regional office in Omaha, Nebraska. Brigadier General Helmlinger directs all USAC civil, military, and environmental activities in an area encompassing more than a quarter of the continental United States. We also have Colonel William Hannan, Jr., outgoing commander, the Kansas City District, Colonel Travis Rayfield, the incoming commander for the district, and Brian Smith, the Deputy District Engineer for Programs and Project Management. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of the official party and the playing of honors. Music for today's ceremony is provided by the 399th Army Band, Missouri Brass Quintet from Fort Leonard Wood. Presenting today's colors are Kansas City District Park Rangers. The Park Ranger Color Guard conducts honors and ceremonies for distinguished persons, changes of command ceremonies, civilian programs, parades, and celebrations.
Sir, the colors are present. Present the colors. Up out. Face. Breathe in. Colors. Right, face. Forward, arm. Lift. 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 Pose. Colors. Right face. Forward mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Major Jason Hessling from the Combined Arms Doctrine Directorate Mission Command Center of Excellence, Fort Leavenworth, Kansas.
Please bow your heads and pray with me. Holy Father, creator of heaven and earth, we pause a moment today to recall that you are the sure and strong foundation that does not change. We thank you, Lord, for the professional leadership of Colonel Hannan. You granted him success in his efforts to improve, maintain, protect, and restore your creation while caring for the soldiers, civilians, and families of the Kansas City District. We pray that you continue to guide and protect him in the new challenges that lie ahead. We ask you, Lord, to bless Colonel Rayfield as he assumes command. May he mirror your divine order with leadership and engineering that builds a lasting legacy for every generation. Finally, Lord, we pray for all those who wear the castle on their collar. As they perform their varied tasks, guide them in making rough places smooth, crooked ways straight, and our environment safer. We ask these and all things in your holy name. Essayons.
Please be seated. The men and women of the Kansas City District would like to take this opportunity to express their sincere thanks and appreciation to Colonel Hannan's wife, Sally, daughters Caroline, Elliot Rose, and son Billy. Thank you for your love and support necessary to help Colonel Hannan through his time as commander of the Kansas City District. We are grateful to you for having shared him with us, and you have our best wishes in the future. The bouquet of red roses are being presented to Sally by Captain Bruce Luthold, Project Manager for the Kansas City District. The red roses signify the bonds of loyalty and affection between the command and the commander's spouse and signify the sorrow at her departure from the command. Their daughters Caroline and Elliot Rose and son Billy are receiving Kansas City District coins and pins for their support. The men and women of the Kansas City District would also like to take this opportunity to welcome Mrs. Betsy Rayfield to the Kansas City District by presenting her with a bouquet of flowers. The flowers are being presented by Captain Benjamin Graham, Project Manager for the Kansas City District. The bouquet consists of yellow rosebuds to symbolize a new chapter for the Kansas City District with Colonel Rayfield's arrival. In time, Mrs. Rayfield flowers will bloom, as will her relationship with the soldiers, civilians, and families of the Kansas City District. The change of command ceremony is a traditional event that is rich with symbolism and heritage. Key to the ceremony is the passing of the unit's colors. These colors represent not only the lineage and honors of the unit, but also the loyalty and unity of its soldiers and civilians. The colors are the commander's symbol of authority, representing his responsibility to the organization. Wherever the commander is, the colors are there also. The USACE colors are scarlet, symbolizing our shared heritage with Army artillery, and white, the original color of infantry, symbolizing the Corps' secondary mission to fight as infantry. Historically, the colors have visually signified the leader's presence on the battlefield. The official party will now take their positions for the passing of the colors. Throughout history, commanders ensured their unit flags were carried by one of their most trusted officers. This practice was used in the United States Army until 1813, when the regulations were changed and the flag was entrusted to color sergeants or sergeants major. For the Corps of Engineers divisions and districts today, commanders select one of their most trusted civilian advisors to perform the honors. Today, Mr. Brian Smith, Deputy District Engineer for Programs and Project Management and Senior Kansas City District Civilian, will have this honored role. The passing of the color symbolizes the transfer of authority from the outgoing commander to the incoming commander. Because of the reverence commanders feel toward the colors, the flag is kept over his heart during the transfer. The passing of the colors demonstrates to the soldiers and civilians of the organization the old commander has passed the mantle of leadership to the new commander, and with this also passes the loyalty of the workforce to the new commander. By authority of Army Regulation 600-20, paragraph 2-5, the undersigned assumes command of the Kansas City District, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, effective 11 June 2021. Signed, Travis Rayfield, Colonel, Commanding. Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General Peter Helmlinger.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this very special day. It is an honor to be with you as we farewell Colonel Bill Hannan and his family and welcome Colonel Travis Rayfield and his family to the Kansas City District. As our nation begins to emerge from the long year of pandemic precautions, it is wonderful to see so many of you in person at this beautiful and historic Kansas City Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall. And leveraging technology that allows wider participation, it is great to be joined by so many others who are with us virtually. So for everyone viewing on Facebook, you can go ahead and like us now. To our distinguished guests, partners, core team members, USACE alumni, former Kansas City District commanders, friends, and family, thank you for honoring the Corps of Engineers, the Kansas City District, and these two great officers with your time today. I want to extend a special welcome to family members who are with us here today. As you know from the Hannan family, we have Bill's wife, Colonel Sally Hannan. Their children, Billy, Caroline, and Elliot Rose. And then joining us virtually is Bill's father, Bill Hannan Sr., and his brothers and sisters. So we welcome them today as well. And from the Rayfield family, we have Travis's wife, Betsy. And viewing virtually from the National Capital Region, we have their children, Eliza and Alden. And we look forward to your kids' arrival here in Kansas City later this month. So welcome to all our family members. Chaplain, I'd like to thank you for the very inspiring invocation. To the Fort Leonard Wood Band, the USACE Ranger Color Guard, and many dedicated Kansas City District team members led by Larry Essayon Myers, he's hiding here somewhere, who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this a first-class event, I say well done. So please join me in appreciation for all that have made this a great ceremony. Today is a proud and glorious day in the 246-year history of the Corps of Engineers and the 114-year history of the Kansas City District. The title of Commander and the authority that goes with it is the single greatest honor and leadership responsibility that can be bestowed on a military officer. Command at the colonel level is a career-defining achievement entrusted to a select few. District command is a job of immense personal satisfaction derived from leading a team of talented and dedicated professionals as they conduct critical work that strengthens the security, economy, and disaster preparedness of our nation. Command is also a job of unrelenting pressure. Our Army's successes and failures ultimately rest upon the decisions and actions or inactions of our commanders. Today we are here to pass the weight of command responsibility for the mighty Kansas City District from one talented and selfless officer to another. President Eisenhower, one of our nation's foremost military leaders and a son of Kansas, and for those who are viewing on Facebook, I want to be clear that we're in KCK today, not KC Mo. President Eisenhower stated, "Leadership is the art of getting someone else to do something you want done because he wants to do it." And Eisenhower also said, "Leadership consists of nothing but taking responsibility for everything that goes wrong and giving your subordinates credit for everything that goes well." These two leadership definitions well describe the Army's expectations of its commanders. Inspire people so they want to do their best, recognize their successes, and take full responsibility for any shortcomings. As President Truman said, and he's a son of Missouri, the buck stops here. How a commander handles the pressure of command while taking care of people, supporting partner agencies, and motivating a workforce to deliver the program reflects the character of all who serve in that organization, and in a larger sense, our Army. Our Army today is the best we've ever had. We are better educated, we are better trained, and we are better equipped. We are ready to engineer solutions to our nation's toughest challenges, and we demonstrate it every day in the Army Corps of Engineers and the Northwestern Division. Response to wildfires, the COVID-19 pandemic, floods, droughts, and navigation restrictions are just a few examples of these challenges as we work in collaboration with our many partners at the federal, tribal, state, and local level. The success, trust, and reputation of the Corps of Engineers is generated at the district level in the eyes of the local communities and the military installations we support. That's why the Army places such great emphasis on placing the right officer into command. Colonel Bill Hannan has been that right officer. His selfless dedication, strategic thought, responsiveness, clear communication, and follow-through on commitments are models for other leaders to emulate. His passion and energy have inspired the team of Kansas City District to do great things. And in the process, he has forged even stronger bonds with our many partners across the region. The mission of the Corps of Engineers is to deliver vital engineer solutions in collaboration with our partners to secure the nation, energize the economy, and reduce disaster risk. Over the past 2 years, under Colonel Hannan's leadership, the Kansas City District has done just that. Further, over the last 15 months, the team showed remarkable resilience and never missed a beat during the challenges of COVID. Let me share a few of the district's many notable accomplishments. The district safely delivered $750 million annually of construction across 5 states, including ongoing construction at the next NGA West campus in St. Louis, the new Fort Leonard Wood Hospital, and raising of Kansas City flood protection levees in nearby Argentine, Armourdale, and the Central Industrial Districts. The Kansas City District also initiated conceptual design in support of the bed tower replacement and clinical expansion project of the John Cochran VA Medical Center in St. Louis, which will be a great investment for veteran health care. And the district's hazardous, toxic, and radioactive waste program is conducting investigations and remediation of hazardous waste sites across the country. Overall, the district is executing a $5 billion multi-year program with numerous complex and critical projects across the Heartland and the nation. The district aggressively responded to 2019 Missouri River floods and executed the fastest levee repairs in the district's history. They also quickly responded to emergency navigation restrictions identified in 2020 after receding waters revealed damage to navigation structures after 3 years of high water. And the district continues those repairs today. In order to improve the bank stabilization and navigation project on the Missouri River and not simply rebuild it after the 2019 floods, the district is doing things differently as requested by the governors of Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, and Nebraska. The district is leading the newly authorized congressional feasibility study and spin-off projects to improve flood resiliency and navigation on the lower Missouri River. As many of you know, the district also rapidly supported FEMA during the first months of the COVID pandemic by conducting assessments of 47 potential alternate care facilities across Kansas and Missouri to increase bed space for patients. This no-notice mission was performed superbly because Colonel Hannan set the conditions for success well before they were needed. In partnership with FEMA, Missouri, and USACE's St. Louis District, Kansas City District stood up the nation's first hotel-to-healthcare facility conversion. This process is a model for future emergencies on how to quickly and cost-effectively increase medical space, and then, when no longer needed, quickly restore it to its original use as a hotel. Finally, under Colonel Hannan's positive leadership, the district was recognized 2 years in a row as a USACE world-class place to work. This rare honor was a result of team member feedback on the Federal Employee Viewpoint Survey and was without doubt due to Colonel Hannan's emphasis on taking care of people, developing supervisors, and connecting team members to their important mission. These many accomplishments are truly impressive. Kansas City District clearly delivered the program and achieved the vision of the Corps of Engineers. So please join me in a round of appreciation for the great team members and partners of the Kansas City District. Colonel Hannan's inspiring leadership, tireless work ethic, integrity, and care for people set the conditions for the district to achieve unparalleled success during a period of extreme challenges. Bill, I congratulate you on an incredibly successful command. As you relinquish command, you should take great pride, as we are proud of you for a job very well done. I've known Bill since 2008 when we served together in Iraq. Bill is once more into the breach and will deploy again later this month to Iraq to serve as the Chief of Staff for the Office of Security Cooperation at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. Colonel Sally Hannan and the family will remain here as Sally attends the Senior Service College at Fort Leavenworth. The Hannan family has never shirked from responsibility and always taken the tough jobs and has endured many hardships for our nation. I'm confident that both Bill and Sally will have continued success in their military careers. They have my deep admiration and best wishes, and I wish you all Godspeed. When one commander leaves, only officers with a proven record of excellence are selected to succeed them. Such is the case with the new Kansas City District Commander, Colonel Travis Rayfield. Travis, I welcome you and Betsy back to command. I say back to command because this is the second time I've had the honor of passing the colors to Travis into his capable hands. I served with Travis and Betsy in 2017 when Travis assumed command of the San Francisco district in the South Pacific Division. Travis performed superbly there, handling complex navigation, flood risk management, environmental, military construction, and emergency management issues. So he is no stranger to the Corps of Engineers. In fact, he led the Corps' task force which removed 2.2 million tons of debris after devastating 2017 Northern California wildfires. And he later served as the executive officer for the 54th Chief of Engineers, Lieutenant General Todd Semonite. The challenges before Kansas City District remain immense, but Travis is the right leader to build upon the district's many successes and carry it into the future to achieve the Corps' vision to engineer solutions for our nation's toughest challenges. A professional engineer, combat veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan, and a proven USACE district commander, Travis possesses the right blend of technical skills, leadership, and experience that are the hallmark of the U.S. Army Engineer Regiment, and I am confident that he will lead the mighty Kansas City District team to new heights. Colonel Rayfield, our priorities from Lieutenant General Spellman, 55th Chief of Engineers, are to take care of people, ensure readiness by delivering programs, support partnerships, and revolutionize our processes. As done so well by Colonel Hannan, I know you will do just that as you lead the district into the future. So please join me in welcoming Colonel Travis Rayfield and his family to command. Finally, to Brian Smith and the team members of Kansas City District, thank you for all you are doing to make the Corps of Engineers a world-class organization. You are the lifeblood of the district and the reason for the Corps' success. Your tremendous professionalism, expertise, and dedication are inspiring. Thank you for all you are doing for the Army and the nation. And to all, thank you once again for joining us today. We are Army strong and building strong. Essayons.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel William Hannan, Jr., former commander of the Kansas City Districts.
Got a couple tall folks here. I guess we got to bring it down a little. First off, it's just great to see people. Wow, like General Helmlinger said, this last 3 weeks, I guess, in this area of the country, we've been able to get together and see some folks in person, and that's just a comforting feeling for me. We've been knocking out of the park during COVID, but it sure as heck is good to see some folks in person, so thanks for coming today. Sir, thanks for that kind introduction, and thanks all for attending both in person and virtually over FaceTime Live. I also want to start by recognizing the local, city, state, federal, congressional leaders, partners, and distinguished guests that were mentioned earlier. Everything we do is with an incredible partner, and it's an honor for you to be here as part of this ceremony today. I've served with our great Army and our nation for 24 years, a lot of those years being overseas, and I think the absolute best thing about the Corps of Engineers in the Kansas City District is being able to serve America from right here in America. It's truly been an honor for me to serve the great people of Kansas City District, the citizens of the Heartland of America, and our nation as the Kansas City District Commander. General Helmlinger, let me start by thanking you for your leadership, mentorship, and outstanding support over the past 2 years. Thanks also to your wife, Claudia, for her support and the many times she hosted us at your house out in Portland. I also want to thank Mr. Hansen, Ms. Coffey, Colonel Dorff, my fellow district teams. We got one of them in the audience here today, and really the entire Northwestern Division team. You know, what an outstanding division to be a part of. The great people in NWD selflessly work to support all the districts. So I appreciate everything, sir, from you and the division team. Thanks to the band. You know, I was telling them earlier, I've got a lot of time at Fort Leonard Wood, so It might not have been the same people from the 399th band, but I've seen that band quite a few times. So is my wife Sally. So probably supported my change of command at Fort Leonard Wood too. So it's an honor to see you here today. So for you, the color guard, the chaplain, and as General Helmlinger said, everyone that had a hand in putting today's ceremony together, thank you very much. It's really because of your efforts that today is truly a special day. I also want to thank the Unified Government of Wyandotte County and Kansas City, Kansas, for being a great partner, but really letting us use this historic facility. I can't think of a more fitting building to hold an Army change of command in here at the memorial. So Commissioner Markley and Melissa, really appreciate your support for this building and for all the work we do together on the KC levees. Next, I want to thank my family. When you serve your country, your family serves with you. I could not have been successful here or in any of my previous positions with the outstanding support. So my wife said, they're like, Dad, not a kid. But thanks to my wife, Sally, Caroline, Billy, and Elliot, you really do make me a better person and allow me to do what I can do here. I also want to thank the many friends, NCOs, officers, soldiers. A lot of them, because of this Facebook Live, got to join today. But a lot of those people got me here today, so thanks for that, too. I put this up front because I'm going to get through it really fast. I also want to thank my dad, Bill Sr. He's a Vietnam veteran. He really taught me my values, so he's watching. Appreciate it, Dad. And then my brother and sister also had a great raising. Okay, I got through that. I really want to start out by talking about why this job is important. Our vision in the Kansas City District is to proudly serve the Heartland and the nation with the best reputation in USACE. The reason the Kansas City District serves is for the American soldier, the airman, and the citizen of the Heartland. Just some examples. Our soldiers need great facilities at our 4 Army installations to train and to live, ultimately to prepare for winning our nation's wars. Our soldiers depend on great facilities that make bullets, like the one right outside Kansas City, Lake City Army Ammunition Plant. And our soldiers and retirees depend on quality Veteran Affairs medical facilities. Kansas City District also serves the airmen that support refueling missions and B-2 bomber operations at our 2 Air Force installations. Missions leave right out of Whiteman Air Force Base, strike any target anywhere in the world at any time. And out of McConnell Air Force Base to support in-flight refueling missions anywhere in the world. Similar to our soldier and airmen, I got to throw one other one in here. It's also about the geospatial analysts and the teams of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. They need world-class facilities to conduct world-class intelligence operations. And finally, why this job and this district are so important, it's about the people right here in the heartland of America. The families, landowners, farmers, river pilots, businessmen and women, and the hard-working Americans. It's about the amazing citizens of Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, Nebraska, and Colorado. They depend on flood protection, navigation, water supply, irrigation, recreation, hydropower, environmentally clean and safe areas. And these are just a few of the things of why this district and what this district does here in the Heartland. This is why I took this job so seriously over the past 2 years. It's about the citizen, the soldier, and the airman. So before I go into some additional thank yous, I want to talk about really our 3 district priorities today: taking care of people and developing leaders, excelling, completing the mission, and strengthening teams and partnerships. I'll start with the mission. This district has delivered time and time again over the past 2 years, as General Helmlinger said, a complex, multi-year, $5 billion program during COVID, and that's a pretty big accomplishment. But I don't want to talk about that today. I want to focus on the, not on the amazing delivery of what we did. I want to talk about our partners and our people, because that is what enables the overwhelming success of this district, are our partners and our people. For our partners, it is without a doubt that we can accomplish more if we work together. I've made it a priority from day one in taking command to listen to our partners and to understand their perspective, concerns, ideas, and issues. It was important to me to get out and see our partners and their concerns firsthand. Just a few examples. We can't get better or deliver world-class projects if we don't listen to our DPWs and base engineers. We can't improve flood protection and navigation if we don't listen and work with our communities and organizations that work and live on the Missouri River. And we cannot deliver world-class mega projects if we do not listen, collaborate, team, and focus on what is best for the project with our DOD and federal customers and our construction contractors. These are just a few examples of why teaming with our partners is so critical. So just a few thanks to our partners here. I want to thank our congressional senators and representatives for their leadership, service, and collaboration with Kansas City District. Thanks to our state governors, state agencies, our city leaders and agencies, our counties and their leaders, and the many communities across the Heartland for their leadership and teamwork. We've worked together on COVID alternate care facilities, flood fighting, flood response, many other emergency management operations, as well as many other projects and missions. Also thanks to our federal agency and DOD partners. I'm just going to name a few here, but there's many. The Department of Veteran Affairs, the EPA, FEMA, NRCS, USDA, the Coast Guard, NGA, and our military installations, and the many other folks at the federal level. You've been great teammates. Thank you. Thanks to our architecture. I got a couple more. Thanks to our architecture, engineering, and construction industry. Thanks for your partnership and delivery of projects across the Heartland. This is a special one here. Thanks to the Missouri River industry, organization, leaders, and other partners. It's because of our partners along the river that we are at a point in history that does not come along very often, maybe since the Pick Sloan Plan of 1944, a point where there's an opportunity to do something different by working together to improve flood protection and navigation. I never in a million years would have thought as a young engineer lieutenant, starting at Fort Leonard Wood, that I'd be working complex issues and projects along our nation's longest and most majestic river, but it's truly been an honor. Finally, thanks to all the many organizations out there across our 5 states, the volunteers, the industries that ultimately work together to support those citizens that I talked about earlier. So finally, I want to talk about the people. That was our partners of the mighty Kansas City District. When I was first selected to be the commander, I did what everybody does before you go take a new job. You try and get the gossip, right? So I started talking to everybody. I talked to headquarters. I got to talk to NAD and some of those division folks. I talked to other previous district commanders. I'm trying to get the scoop on Kansas City. And I tell you what, to a T, every single person I talked to said, don't worry, the people of Kansas City District are exceptional, and they have one of the best reputations in USACE. 2 years in command has proven that this is the most amazing workforce that proudly serves the Heartland and our nation. They have earned the best reputation in USACE. And and what General Helmlinger said, they are the reason this district is a world-class place to work. To make this point, I just want to share a few quotes. If everybody knows me, I carry around my notebook all the time, and I'm always, jotting things down in different colors. So I've jotted things down over the past couple years, just a few quotes. This is from the first one's from headquarters, so, someone that works up there. The program manager and project team gave one of the best change management review board briefs we've seen across USACE. The next quote from one of our construction contractors. I've never worked on a USACE project like this before. Normally, we dread working with USACE. I don't know why somebody would say that. This is a quote, though, so I'm taking the quote exact. But core people working this one are really focused on teamwork and what is best for the project. Another one, thanks to the core team on the ground supporting levee repairs, it's obvious they care about the community and getting levees fixed as fast as possible. And just one more, I got a lot, but I'm just going to give one more. This is from one of our USACE leaders. This is one of the best safety briefs and programs I have seen so far in USACE. These are just a few examples showing what the people of this district do and why this district is so great. You know, the last couple days I've had a chance to reflect on command and the people, and just started jotting a few words down. And the first things that came to mind were these words: service, selfless, committed, integrity, expert, courage, respect, leaders, and caring. So thanks to all of our workforce for all you do every day. Thanks to our supervisors for leading and taking care of people. And thanks to our corporate board for their leadership, commitment, candor, and positive attitude to always do what's best for our people, partners, and mission. I also want to specifically thank our executive office team, our MC today, Lieutenant Colonel Peavy, the deputy, Brian Smith, our deputy district engineer, Larry Myers, S.A. Ons Myers, best name in the Corps, and Margaret Ostrich, our executive secretary. Thanks for all you did behind the scenes to take care of me and to take care of the people and set the conditions for success. To Mr. Brian Smith, thanks for being my battle buddy over the last 2 years, but more importantly, thanks for all you do as a senior civilian in the district. Your hard work to take care of people, deliver the program, and strengthen the partnerships is impressive. It inspired me every day to do my best. You did well training me, I think, and I know you're going to do well training Travis, but I appreciate that. Thanks very much. So let's give a big round of applause once again for the people of Kansas City District. So in closing, it absolutely has been an honor to serve the people of the Heartland and our nation as the mighty Kansas City District Commander. Travis and Betsy, Sally and I wish you the best as you start this amazing journey. They got it right, so your Kansas City District's getting a great command team, so Sally and I wish you the best. So thanks again to our amazing partners, the people of the district. Thanks for making our vision a reality, to proudly serve with the best reputation in USACE. Thanks all for coming, and best wishes to all. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Travis Rayfield, Commander, Kansas City District.
I'm going to buy myself a minute with the mic. It's hard to follow Colonel Hannan with that. Good morning, General Helmlinger, distinguished guests, friends and family of the Kansas City District. Couldn't be more proud to be here today, and thank you for making the gift of your time to celebrate in this time-honored tradition where we transition leadership in the district. So thank you. As General Helmlinger noted, I specifically want to say thank you to you, sir, for hosting this change of command. For those in the audience, you heard him say, this is the second time you got to pass colors to me. That's a tremendous honor, knowing that he entrusted me once and was willing to do it again. So that's, on a military symbolism standpoint, that means a lot. So I'm truly honored. And as everyone has said, for the team that put this together, post-COVID, getting people in a room like this, you guys have done a superb job of honoring our military traditions. You balanced safety. You created a venue to reflect on the accomplishments over the last 2 years. So once again, I just echo, well done. And as we've already mentioned, today's a bittersweet moment for the Hannans. For Colonel Hannan, Bill, thanks. Most of you don't know how a transition goes. You can take many approaches. And he really tried to highlight the successes, the challenges, and the partners that we've been working with. So I really do wish the best to you, Sally, and your future endeavors. And I look forward to picking up where you left off. You're leaving me in a superb position, so thank you. And as an example, for those that are in the audience today, I owe you one vignette of what he did in our transition. So I got a chance to go out on the Missouri River. We're out there with the engineer team, and there happened to be a vessel going by pushing 6 barges up the Missouri River. Really quick, pulls out the phone. We call 6 different people, and the vessel stops, lets us board it. I was concerned, honestly, that we're doing an act of piracy, but I found out we were not. And right there, you guys say, hey, can we go up to the pilot house? Yes. Come on up, see the river from the way we see it. That doesn't happen everywhere, where you can just get a pilot who's out there, I'm using the term pilot, to go out on their ship, go up and see how they see the river. That was impressive and just a testimony to the partnership of where we're coming in, and testimony to Colonel Hannan and those who came before him. So that was amazing. And I just also want to point out, I did not go to jail. It was not an act of piracy. And that same scenario played out multiple times. So it wasn't just that one trip out on the Missouri. Everywhere I've gone, they've displayed that teamwork that he was talking about. So we talk partnership and teamwork, oriented towards mission accomplishment. In other words, the Kansas City District employees and partners, they're demonstrating that outstanding reputation. I did the exact same thing. I went around and said, what district do you want to be a part of? And Kansas City always rose to the top. So I couldn't be more proud to be here today. So I'm coming in an exciting time, clearly. We're updating our physical work locations, or where we work from. We're sustaining amazing work on multiple business lines, which includes the levee repairs that we heard, supporting our interagency partners, and as a member of our armed forces, as Colonel Hannan said, this is the great place to support them, as well as our citizens here in the nation. So selfishly, I do admit I also have some fond memories. If you look at our uniform, I have the Big Red 1 as my combat patch, and spent a lot of time with the diehards out at Fort Riley, and as an engineer officer, we spent time at Fort Riley. So I'm really looking forward to the excellence we've had in the past, and with that opportunity towards what we can do in the future, as Colonel Hannan mentioned. So truly exciting time. And in this forum, I'd be remiss if I failed to highlight a few people that have helped me get to where I am today. And Betsy's part of that as we do this service team, and so I'll thank her last. But here in the ICE today, I had a chance to see several members of former diehards at Fort Riley. Those are people that have developed me along the way, deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan. I've seen the Sealeys sitting up front with my wife, Carl and Christy. They represent our family. So in the military, as you move around, you have friends that are as close as blood that are part of your family. And so that's part of the military journey that we appreciate. And online, I have several members of our family as well. There's both blood relatives and those that are part of your family that you pick up along the way. So I just really want to thank everyone for supporting the Rayfield family. And I got to highlight a couple that are key. For my sisters, Adele and Katie, thank you for always being there. Some of you may know, my sister Katie used to be an employee in NWD. She's one of the people who encouraged me to pursue a USACE command because of the quality of people you get to work with and the exciting mission sets. And coming here, I get to emphasize she's right, and as an older brother, you never want to say that to your younger sister, but it's true. And for my parents, Ed and Joan, they're joining online, I hope, and I continue to thank them for helping me stay grounded. They're literally in the process of moving from Washington State to Montana to live in the Missouri River watershed. And Mark, I warn you, I've given them your phone number, so if they have any concerns about the upper Missouri, my dad may call you. I'll tell you later about how to handle that issue. And lastly, I'd like to thank my wife Betsy for joining me on this journey. Our kids are joining online with my in-laws as we're finishing the movers, packing up our household, and that's going to be during our 18th anniversary. So Betsy, thank you for your support, helping keep me grounded, helping keep our priorities of God, family, country aligned, and I'm always thankful to you for your support and your steadfast faith, so thank you. And so to close, I once again thank you for your time. I've already seen the great people, the superb partners, and the emphasis on delivering the programs across 5 states, and I truly can be more proud to join this Heartland district and continue our success together. So I end with SAONs, building strong, Army strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as Chaplain Hessling will now give the benediction and remain standing for the playing of the engineer song, the Army song, and the retiring of the colors. The lyrics are printed in the back of the program.
And please bow your heads. Almighty God, Creator of the universe, we praise you for spanning heaven and earth and holding the plumb line of the cosmos in your gracious hand. Thank you, Lord, for past engineers who have built the foundations upon which we stand. They served with dedication, gallantry, patriotism, and skill. Endow all the men and women of the Kansas City District with energy and insight. Send us on our way with strength for the journey and all the challenges that lie ahead. Preserve the ties that bind us. Though we may be scattered in different directions, lend us your mind, your standard, as we serve each other, our nation, our communities, and our God. We ask this in your holy name. Amen.
Retire the colors.
Retreat. Color. Right. Face. Forward. Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated and remain in position until the official party and their families depart. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the change of command ceremony. Please feel free to say your farewells to Colonel Hannan and his family in the back of the auditorium, and greetings to Colonel Rayfield and Mrs. Rayfield in the lobby near the exit and entrance. On behalf of Brigadier General Peter Helmlinger, we appreciate your attendance at today's ceremony. God bless the United States of America. Essayance, building strong, Army strong.